Hello and welcome to another BookTube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. How are you all? Are you all having a lovely Sunday? I've got a cup of tea. David's made me one. And I've left that for the perfect amount of time because I can drink it, which never bloody happens in videos. I've always got hot tea. Today is a lovely chat video. It's May's lovely chat. Lovely chat video if you're new around here. Hi. It's just a video where I chat about things that are going on in my month, really. What I've got coming up, what I've been up to, etc, etc. I'll start with what I'm up to this weekend. Today I've had my hair done. I'm looking fresh, aren't I? Oh, God, do you know what? I didn't quite realise how bad my roots were, but because it like happens both sides of your hair, not only do you get like 2 inches of roots there, you got 2 inches there. So when you got set apart in, that's 4 inches of roots. But she's done a bloody marvellous job, my hairdresser. She's fantastic, and she pulled some through the back as well. Lovely, lovely. Really delighted. I love her. I love her. So that's happened. I've just had my cousin Laura come round and her daughter Delia. Just have a quick cup of tea and a quick chat. I've got my friend Jenny coming around for dinner tonight. David's currently watching something on telly. We're going to watch a film tonight. And that's today. And then tomorrow, it's my sister's 30th birthday in the week. You might have seen on my Instagram stories, or even on my reading vlog actually, that I did a treasure hunt for her last weekend for her birthday. Some of her friends come along and we did a treasure hunt, which was really, really fun. I really enjoyed. I did one for her hen do, and then I've just done one now. So I enjoyed putting that on for her, which was fun. So to continue the birthday celebrations, it was her birthday midweek, so I went round there for a takeaway. Also, I've done her sort of like birthday advent calendar where she gets a present every day in May. Lucky sausage, I know. And then tomorrow we are going to an escape room, and I'm quite looking forward to this escape room. It sounds a bit like the Crystal Maze. So normally an escape room, I don't know if you guys have done many escape rooms. In fact, tell me down below if you've done escape rooms in the UK and what the best ones you've done have been, because I'm always interested. I love doing them. David's not a bigger fan, but I really, really love them. But this one we're doing tomorrow, it's in Maidstone in Kent. Itchy knee. And it is a bit like the Crystal Maze in that it's not just one room that you have to escape from. It's a series of rooms in one place. So it's called Prison Island, and you're trying to escape from Prison Island by doing a different like room all the time, and members of your group team can do it and things like that. So yeah, looking forward to that tomorrow, and then we're going out for a meal afterwards, which will be super nice. So that's a lovely weekend. I'm feeling really bloody tired at the moment. So tired. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to be as active as I can. I'm trying to not lay in too much of the weekends, which sounds, it's not exactly a hardship, is it? But I feel like the more sleep I have, the worse I feel. I get up very early in the week anyway, and we don't have super late nights, so I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I'm getting too much sleep. Imagine. But today I started taking some iron tablets, so hopefully that'll make me feel a bit better. But yeah, super bloody duper tired at the moment. Come on, Lauren, wake up. Maybe a bit more sunshine. The weather's still not great, even in May. Still not great weather. I've got a few thanks to say to you based on 3 things that I've done in the past month that you've all been very much enjoying. First one was my assumptions video. I'll link all of these videos and things down below. I watched Lena Norm's her assumptions video where she asked her viewers assumptions about her, and she answered whether or not they were right or wrong in an assumptions video, and I loved watching that video so much. I really, really enjoyed it, and I felt like you really got to know Lena in like a deeper level, and I loved it, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. So I asked on Instagram if people had assumptions. I've actually got pages of assumptions here. This is the notebook that I wrote them in. And I made a video answering people's assumptions, and I really, really loved filming it, and really loved like people's comments on it and things like that. And I've seen other people doing assumptions videos, so I'm very much looking forward to watching their assumptions video too. So first of all, thanks. How many times can I say assumptions video? Assumptions video? So thank you so much for if you sent in an assumption, or if you watched that, or if you commented on that. Very much enjoyed hearing all your feedback on it. Also, another video that everyone's been so kind about is my bank holiday reading vlog. I don't really do much vlogging. I do Vlogmas every year. God, I've just said Vlogmas in May, which is a month of videos in December on the lead up to Christmas, and within those videos I do a bit of vlogging. I do like a week what I've been up to, and apart from that and Cozy Reading Night, not much vlogging happens on this channel. So I did a reading vlog earlier this year when David was away for the weekend, and really enjoyed doing it, and it's a good way to sort of check in with what you're reading, get a few more in-depth thoughts, and also thoughts of like what's happening then and there with the books you're reading. And yeah, so I thought I would do another reading vlog because it was a bank holiday weekend, so I thought there'd be sort of 3 days worth of reading. Now on the Monday, was it the Monday? I didn't actually do that much reading, so it ended up being very sort of like top weekend heavy. But I really enjoyed doing it, and it's definitely something I'll be doing more of in the future, because everyone's always so kind, and like the comments were like, I haven't even watched this yet and I'm so excited that you've done a reading vlog. So that excites me that people are excited. So the next one I'll be doing, I'm hopefully going to do one. We've got another bank holiday weekend here in the UK at the end of May, and within that weekend I'm going to an event that Jane Campbell's doing. So I will vlog that weekend, and that will be sort of like reading vlog, but also bookish vlog with like going to watch that event and things like that. So yeah, I will be doing more reading vlogs as the time goes on. Very much enjoyed doing it. So thank you for everyone who watched that as well and said that they were happy to see that. Can't stop touching my hair because I'm so in love with it. And then the last thing was an Instagram thing. So many of you will know that I work full-time for the NHS, but I have condensed hours in which I get a day off every other week, and I treat that day as my YouTube day. So I film videos, I plan videos, I do a bit of research, I read as well, because you need to read to have a booktube channel, and I do things like that. And I thought it would be interesting to sort of document what I do on one of these days. Maybe just for me to see what I get up to and how I can sort of improve my productivity and things, but also to see what I do to organise stuff, and I just thought I would be interested in watching a video like that. So I didn't want to make a whole video on it, so I did an Instagram story, which I've now saved in my highlights on my Instagram. So if you do follow me on Instagram, if you don't, I'm at Lauren and the Books, and it's called like YouTube Day or something, the highlight. But I really enjoyed doing that, and again had lots of people messaging me saying this was really helpful, I'm potentially thinking of doing it again. I run a Patreon page, which you may or may not know. You may even well be a patron of mine. I run a Patreon page, Patreon is a website where you can support creators. You can support them from like $1 a month up to $650 million trillion a month. And I have a Patreon page, and I've got 3 separate tiers. So I've got a $1 tier where you get access to my Patreon page. So you get like early videos, access to an Instagram account where I post on sporadically, but I do post on there. Then I've got a $5 tier, which is those things, but also I run a book club with that. And I recently sold out 60 places on that book club, but I've just added 20 more. Now quite a few people have joined up since I added those, but I am potentially thinking of adding another 10 more on, and that works so that I pick a genre every month, and then my Patreons get a vote. You get to vote on a poll which book you want to read for the month. I do a mid-month wrap-up, a mid-month sort of check-in video, which I'm going to film today as well, or tomorrow, don't know how I feel, talking about the book that we're reading at the moment. The book that I'm reading for my Patreon book club at the moment is Vox by Christina Dolce, where I just talk about my initial thoughts, and it really is my initial thoughts. I'm 22 pages in. I'll probably read a little bit more by the time I film it, if I end up filming it tomorrow, and then talk about the books that I'll be the genre that we're picking for next month, and the two picks, and then the poll goes up that same day. So if you are thinking of joining, now is probably a good time, because I'm about to pick the books for next month, even if you can't join in for this month. And then the $10 tier has all of that, and you get a personalised email service between me and yourself. So if you want book recommendations, just drop me an email and say, hey, I'd like some book recommendations, or if you want an idea for a bookish present for someone or something like that, I'm here for your bookish needs. So that's that. So that's Patreon, but I was thinking of maybe doing a day, because a lot of people, I feel like, for me, before I knew about Patreon, I would be like, well, what am I getting for my money? I want to know what work goes into this. So I'm thinking of maybe doing an Instagram stories of a Patreon day. So what I would do in a day where I do my live show for my book club, where I send out emails to people, where I post on my Instagram stories for that and things like that. So that is another potential thing that I'm thinking of doing. I haven't got further in my head than that, actually, but yeah. Oh, lovely tea. I'll put all my Patreon information downstairs if you down below if you are interested in joining. But yeah, that's Patreon. That's me talking about Patreon. What have I got coming up for the rest of the month? Now actually, Dave and I have got quite a quiet month for May, which is very nice. We are trying to save a bit of money actually, so that's very nice. So we've got quite a few sort of empty weekends with not much going on. One thing that I am going to do, well, one thing that's happening, which is going to cost us a hell of a lot of money, is Minnie's getting her haircut in a couple of weeks' time. Minnie is my Persian cat. She's asleep over there at the moment. I'm sure you will well know her. She's very fluffy, and every year she needs to have a haircut. Now, she's, as well as being fluffy, she's quite, what would be the number one word I'd use to describe Minnie? Sassy. And she's not keen on going to the vets, so or going to the groomers, and she needs cutting once a year, because I can keep on top of it for a really long time, She semi-likes being brushed if it's on her terms, so I like sort of have a little bit of a brush with her, like, lovely. And then all of a sudden she's not into it and she will hit you. But her hair bolts and it gets really matted, and it happens almost overnight. Like, I'm really on top of it and then all of a sudden it's all matted, and like little bit gets stuck from here to here and like restricts her movement, and like it's really close to her skin, and I try and cut away bits what I can but can't always do that. So we do have to get her cut once a year. Now normally we get her cut in April because also she gets really hot, so on top of it being uncomfortable for her, and I don't think it's super uncomfortable because she's still moving around and everything, I just think it's a bit annoying for her, it gets really hot. So normally we get her cut in April. Now, as I've previously mentioned, the weather this year is just not warm. It's my sister's birthday in the week, as also I've previously said, and ordinarily, like for Charlotte's birthday, we have barbecues. I remember being sunburned, and none of that is happening. In fact, it's been raining on and off all day today with like sort of sunshine and showers, but heavy rain, and the temperature is just not really lifting much above 13 to 14. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very delighted about this. David and I are not hot weather, we do not like the hot weather, so this is nice for us, but it's too cold to get mini cut, and she's getting to the point now, this is why it's never got this bad before, because we've always had her cut before now, is that it's just getting so matted. So we've booked her in, so she has to go to the vets to have that done. God, this is a long story about Minnie getting her hair cut. She has to go to the vets to have that done, and she goes under anaesthetic because she will attack someone who is trying to shave her. But she does look super cute. She's so tiny when she comes out. She has a little lion cut, so we keep her hair, we keep her head, we keep the end of her tail, and we keep her little boots on, and the rest of her gets shaved, and my God, it is just the cutest thing you've ever seen. And she's always so tiny afterwards. So that is happening, but that costs a lot of money because they have to put her under anaesthetic. We ordinarily have blood tests done. She's getting an old lady cat now, so we like to take care of her and check everything's all right. So that's number one reason we're not spending much money in May, because we're having to pay for Minnie to have the world's most expensive haircut. The next thing I'm going to be doing in May, which also sort of links in with saving a bit of money, I got sent this book, this cookbook earlier from the publisher earlier this month. This is Vegan £1 Meals by Miguel Barkley. He is the author of £1 Meals, and David and I, although I am not a vegan, I'm a vegetarian, David is not a vegetarian, but he doesn't eat meat during the week because I cook for him and he just eats what I cook. I thought it'd be really interesting to follow this for a week. So we're going to do a 5-day session. You're going to see us do the shop. I'm going to film it. We're going to do the shop for it, and we're going to cook from this book for 3 meals a day for 5 days. So that would be £1 each for 3 meals a day. £15, £30 shop we need to do to get everything in here to feed us for a week. So yeah, we're going to do that, and I'm looking forward to doing that, and that is taking place at the end of May. So I'll probably document some of that on my Instagram. I'll be filming a video about it, so that will be going up probably at the beginning of June. But yeah, really looking forward to it, and as you can see, I've been through and tabbed things. I think the top pink tabs are dinner, orange tabs are lunch, and blue tabs are breakfast. Not that much breakfast stuff in there actually, and also David and I eat breakfast on the go, so we need to maybe look at revisit that. But yeah, so really looking forward to it. So I've done a little bit of research, and we'll be writing out my list and seeing what we can get the most for our money for £30 for 5 days for 2 of us, which would be amazing. So that is my lovely chat. I hope you're all having a lovely... Tell me what you've been up to this weekend. Tell me if the weather is still cold where you are. Interesting. It's such a British thing, isn't it, to talk about weather. So British. But yeah, very interested to hear what you've been up to. Also, let me know if you've done escape rooms in the UK. Always really interested to hear. Particularly, like, David and I, we very rarely, like, literally have only ever been out of the country once together. We often holiday in this country. It's our favourite thing to do. So if we visit other places, it's always nice to do escape rooms and things. So yeah, be interested to hear those. So that's it from me. I hope you're all having a lovely month. Let me know what you've been up to. Let me know what you've got planned for the rest of the month. And I'll see you all again soon for another victory video. Goodbye!